Welcome back. This is D-Average, and today I wanted to briefly review the peace prosperity deal that Jared Kushner, Donald Trump, and others put together in an effort to bring peace to Israel, Palestine, Jordan, Egypt, and Lebanon. This plan caught my attention because it reminded me of a concept that Charles Montesquieu touched upon. And that point is commerce is the key to peace, but not necessarily unity. Now, I am not sure if the plan is still alive, but Donald Trump has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize several times, I believe. So let's begin. So Charles Montesquieu wrote, "Commerce is a cure for the most destructive prejudices, for it is almost a general rule that wherever we find agreeable manners, there commerce flourishes, and that wherever there is commerce, there we meet with agreeable manners. But if the spirit of commerce unites nations, it does not in the same manner unite individuals." Peace to prosperity, I think, is a great example of this concept in action, and I hope it comes to fruition. 50 billion US dollars over 10 years will be invested into Palestine, Israel, and the surrounding countries. There will be infrastructure construction for water, electricity, and telecommunications, as well as management training provided to the locals. The West Bank and Gaza will be connected with Israel, Egypt, Jordan, and Lebanon as key trading partners. Also, a prime point is developing the economies of Egypt, Jordan, and Lebanon to help raise up Palestine and Israel. Neighboring states who trade together become dependent with one another is another point that Charles touched upon. So some tangible examples include improvements to airports and seaports of these neighboring countries. The author of the Peace to Prosperity wrote, "Moreover, until such time as the state of Palestine may develop its own port, the state of Palestine will benefit from special access to certain designated facilities at the state of Israel's Haifa and Ashdod ports. I apologize for my mispronunciation, with an efficient means of exporting and importing goods into and out of the state of Palestine without compromising Israel's security." So this is such an amazing aspect to the plan where port access is granted until their own ports are developed. Adam Smith, who authored Wealth of Nations, wrote, "So it is upon the seacoasts and along the banks of navigable rivers that industry of every kind naturally begins to subdivide and improve itself, and it is frequently not till a long time after that those improvements extend themselves to the inland parts of the country. It is natural that the first improvements of art and industry should be made where this convenience opens the whole world for a market to the produce of every sort of labor, and that they should always be much later in extending themselves into the inland parts of the country." So again, to have access to a neighbor's seaport before developing their own seems like such an amazing opportunity, and I hope it happens. There's also proposed building cargo terminals and special access roads for transportation, which touches on the concept that the prosperity fostered by a seaport can reach inland. It's mentioned that Gaza and West Bank will have significant natural resources such as stone, marble, natural gas, oil fields, and quarries that potential new businesses could sell to their neighbors. The plan also promotes a new modern road and railway system to connect Gaza and West Bank. So a lot of construction jobs will become available to build the roads, the bridges, the overpasses, and the railways so that these products can start moving around. There will also be a promotion of tourism to the surrounding areas and the world, focused on religious sites. Resorts will be developed along the Mediterranean Sea, and Palestine will get one resort developed along the Dead Sea. There will be increased access to electricity by providing grant money to convert a large diesel-powered power plant to natural gas, thus reducing the cost of electricity. There will be a boost to Palestinian agriculture with more land and access to water, tech, and greenhouses. Palestinian art, such as traditional woodcrafting and embroidery, will be promoted. The plan has a lot of details that can be summed up with this quote: "By developing property and contract rights, the rule of law, anti-corruption measures, capital markets, a pro-growth tax structure, and a low-tariff scheme with reduced trade barriers, this initiative envisions policy reforms coupled with strategic infrastructure investments that will improve the business environment and stimulate private sector growth. Hospitals, schools, homes, and businesses will secure reliable access to affordable electricity, clean water, and digital services. Billions of dollars of new investment will flow into various sectors of the Palestinian economy. Businesses will have access to capital, and the markets of the West Bank and Gaza will be connected with key trading partners, including Egypt, Israel, Jordan, and Lebanon. The resulting economic growth has the potential to end the current unemployment crisis and transform the West Bank and Gaza into a center of opportunity." So there are very big concepts that went over my head. There is complication about how the territory will be reorganized. There will be land swaps, settlement freezes, recognition of Israel's sovereignty, Palestinian refugees, etc. This is a very big 180-page plan, and I didn't do it justice with my review, but I hope this plan manifests. There are a few articles floating around stating that the plan is dead, but nothing official. So thank you for listening. I'm The Average.